Hey guys, it's Maddie Sings here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to play the guitar. Now, the first step to playing the guitar is getting a guitar first. The second thing is learning what the instrument is and everything that the instrument has. So, this is a guitar, and the first thing we're going to look at is what you call the head. Now, normally you'll see the logo of what brand of guitar you have up at the top. And then you'll see what you call pegs or tuners. And what you do is you twist these and you can tune your strings. And that's what gives you the sound that you need. And it's important that you have your guitar tuned when you start playing it. And there's different ways. You can bring it to your guitar shop. You can use an app. You can get a self-tuner, I think you could do. There's a lot of things you could do. But my first recommendation would be getting an app and learning as you go. Maybe go to a guitar shop first to have them kind of teach you. I'll post a video on how to tune the guitar. Anyway, there's also different ways to tune it. There's half step, there's drop down, there's all these different ways that you can tune the guitar, and it gives it a different sound. It's for certain songs that you want to play, you want the lower strings, you know? Like, I think, if I'm not wrong, Luke Combs, Dear Never Broke My Heart, I think that's in drop down. Or half a step, sorry. Okay, it's in half a step. So, those are the reasons why you want to tune your guitar. Alright, now I'm going to get into kind of the basics of how to play the guitar. Now, there's different ways to play the guitar. Now, I'll teach you what this is. There's different ones. You'll see different ones, but this is called a capo. And what you do is you squeeze the handle like this. And what you're going to do is, these are frets. This is your fretboard. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. And you're going to place it on one of these frets. So you're going to open it up, and you're going to place it, let's say, on the first fret. Like that. And what a capo basically does is it changes the key of the song, or changes the pitch that you're singing. A lot of people use capos to match their voice. Like if the song's, let's say, too high for them, they'll put the capo down so it's lower. Or if it's too low for them, they'll bring it up so it's higher. That's basically what a capo does. Now moving on to chords. I'm going to go with the 5 chords I think anybody should know to start off with. First one would be G, which what I'm going to be saying is all these are frets, like I said, and then these are strings. This is the first string, right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when I'm going on and I'm teaching you guys how to play these chords, you're going to see me say a certain string and a certain fret. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little closer for you guys. So now that we're closer, I'm going to basically teach you guys how to play the G chord to start off with. So, the first thing you want to do is you're going to take your third finger and you're going to put it on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, like this. Like that. Should sound like that when you place it. Now, you're going to put your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. So, you're going to have this, 2nd string, and 5th string. And you're going to place your last finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, like that. And you're going to play it. That's a G. The next chord I'm going to show you is what you call E minor. It's a very simple chord. All we're going to use is just the 2nd fret. You're going to take your 1st finger and you're going to put it on the 5th string. You're going to take your 2nd finger and you're going to put it right below that on the 4th string. And you play it all together like this. That's E minor. Next chord, which is also a very important chord, would be a C chord. So this one's complicated again. We're going to use these 3 frets. First thing you're going to do is you're going to take your 1st finger and put it on the 2nd string of the 1st fret. Then you're gonna take your second finger and put it on the second fret of the 4th string. And you're gonna take your last finger and put it on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. It might be a little bit of a stretch for those people just learning, but this is your C chord. The chord I'm gonna show is the D chord, which is gonna, when you have it, it's gonna kind of look like the shape of a smiley face. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take your first finger and put it on the 3rd string of the 2nd fret. Then you're gonna take your second finger and put it on the 1st string of the 2nd fret. And then you're gonna take your 3rd finger, put it on the 2nd string of the 3rd fret. And what you're gonna see that you have kind of like a smiley face, like I said. That's your D. Chords I just showed was the G, the E minor, the C, and the D. This is what they all look like sounded together. This is your G. This is our E minor. This is our C. And this is our D. And G. That's kind of like a little tune. Now, I'll also put later on, there's another video, I have to remember all these videos, I'll put a, kind of how to write a song. So how you have a chord progression and how you turn it into a song. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to the position you want to have when you're playing the guitar. So, there's different ways. Some people like to cross their legs, and when you see the guitar, you'll see that it has kind of have this curve in it. That's where I prefer to set it. So let's say you have your legs crossed, which might be easier. You're going to take that curve and you're going to put it right on your leg. Then you have somewhere to rest it. You can also lean it against your body if you prefer. Now, another way to do it is just sit normally and put it a little bit farther back and play like that. And that's another way to play the guitar. Next thing I want to do is kind of show like things that you might see guitarists use when they play the guitar. The first thing is a pick, which it depends what sound you want to get out of the guitar. If you're looking to get a hard sound, like a loud bass sound, then you would want to use a pick. But if you're playing like, let's say you're making a song or you're playing a song and you want softer chords because it's like a dreamy or a pop or a light country song, you're gonna want to have like a but let's say you want a hard rock song or something, you want to go. So I'll show you what I'm doing. So here's your pick, and you can just go, and you're gonna place how you have your chord, and then you're just gonna take your pick and you're just gonna strum. That's what a pick does. Move on to strap, and I'm also going to teach you guys how to put a strap on because a lot of people might be wondering. Now this strap, this is a totally different strap than what I ever have used before. So I'm just going to show you how to do it with a normal strap that isn't leather. So when you have a strap, you're going to see that you have these two hooks. And some guitars don't and some guitars do. When I custom this guitar, I asked for, here's a knob on the back. And then here's a knob towards the front. They're on both sides of the guitar. What you're going to do is you're going to take your strap and you're going to put it right on one of these knobs. As you see me doing. See? Like that. Then you're going to turn the guitar to this side. Place it on its back. You want to be very careful with this. You don't want to hurt your guitar. And you're going to take this other knob. I'm putting this on backwards. That's my apologies. But here it is. And you're going to put it on this knob like this. Now this knob is a little thicker, so it's probably, most likely will be a little bit harder to put on. But don't worry. You're going to get it. And make sure when you put it on that it isn't sliding. You know, because you don't want the guitar to fall on you, because you just don't want that. So, now that I have the strap on, I'm going to take it, I'm going to put it on like this strap. You need to tighten it and adjust it, but you should be able to hang the guitar like that. So that's basically how you use a strap, and you just take it off the same way. You just pull it off. And for this side, you just, pulling it off is easier. Just be careful that you don't harm anything. And take it off with that. That's how you put a strap on. One more thing I never mentioned. This is the guitar's body, this is the neck, and this is the head. This is the head. This is the sound hole right here. The circle is the sound hole. And then this bridge right here is the bridge. I said it on accident. I should say this bar that you see here is the bridge. Now, when you, and do not, unless you absolutely have to, replace the string. And I would recommend, especially for beginners, just go to a guitar shop and just get it done that way. Do not try yourself. But I do want to say that when you do replace a string, what you're going to do is you're going to loosen it all the way. Your peg right here, it loosens, and then it loosens the string. And then you're going to go down here on one of these knobs, and you're going to pull the head out, and then you're going to replace the string that way. And then you put the head right back in, it ties around here. But that's how you replace a string if you ever happen to have to. But I would obviously and totally recommend you do it at the guitar shop. Apologize on how I'm kind of like lipsy. I just got some braces, so I might not be talking as clearly, and I'm very sorry about that. But yeah. Another thing I'm going to mention is when you get a guitar, first off, let me start by saying what guitars are the best. I would say to start off with an Epiphone, a Fender, a Yamaha, maybe a Martin if you can find a good one. And the ones that I would hold off on until once you got experience, so you don't harm your guitar, because you want to make sure you know what you're doing. So if you get an expensive guitar, you're not, messing anything up. So then later on, when you get an expensive guitar, there's more expensive options on Martin that you can get. And then if you go to the Gibson shop, which is what I have, this one is the J45 Blueberry Burst. I would recommend that later on once you get more experience, because the nicer guitars are going to really help you. And I think that's it for this video. Leave me a comment down below if there's anything that you want to see. Maybe next video I'll do electric guitar. Maybe teach you guys how that works, how to set it up. Maybe I'll teach you guys how to tune the guitar. Maybe if you want a part 2 on how to write a song or how to play more chords, just let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and keep practicing.